Have you ever wondered why the tortoise has a cracked and rough shell? Well, let me take you deep into an African folktale where greed, cunning, and pride all collided to create a lesson that has lasted for generations. A long, long time ago, in a world where animals could speak just like humans, all creatures lived together in harmony. Among them was the tortoise, clever, smooth-talking, and very cunning. But there was something else about him. Tortoise was also extremely greedy. One season, the land was struck by famine. Food was scarce, rivers dried up, and many animals grew thin and weak. But then, news spread like wildfire. The birds were invited to a great feast in the sky. When Tortoise heard this, his eyes lit up with excitement. A feast? In the sky? That's where I must be. But there was a problem. Tortoises cannot fly. So he went to the birds and begged, "My friends, please take me with you. You know I am wise, and I can bring laughter and good company to your journey." The birds looked at each other suspiciously. They knew Tortoise was tricky, but they agreed on one condition. He must behave himself. Each bird plucked out a feather, and together they made Tortoise wings. Flapping clumsily, Tortoise rose into the air for the very first time. When they arrived, the Sky Kingdom sparkled with food beyond imagination. Steaming pots of yam porridge, roasted meat, sweet honey, and palm wine flowing like rivers. But before they began eating, Tortoise, as sly as ever, stood up and said, "Dear friends, it is custom that before a feast we give ourselves new names. Today I shall be called All of You." The birds, though puzzled, agreed and each chose a name. Then the servants of the feast announced, "All the food has been prepared for all of you." Tortoise's eyes glittered. He smiled wickedly. "Ah, you heard them, didn't you? The food is for me, for I am all of you." And with that, Tortoise ate and ate, stuffing his belly while the poor birds watched, hungry and helpless. When the feast was over, the birds were furious. They snatched back their feathers, one by one. Without wings, Tortoise was stranded in the sky. "Please, take me down gently," he begged. But the birds refused. Desperate, Tortoise turned to the sky messengers and said, "Go to my wife. Tell her to place all the soft things in the yard, mats, blankets, pillows, so I can fall safely." But the angry birds carried a different message. Tell his wife to put out all the hard things, mortar, grinding stones, and pestles. Obediently, Tortoise's wife laid them out. And when Tortoise leapt from the sky, he came crashing down. Smash! His beautiful smooth shell shattered into pieces. The kind animals helped glue the pieces back together. But from that day forward, Tortoise's shell has always been cracked. And that, dear friends, is why the tortoise has a cracked shell. The story reminds us that greed and deceit may bring temporary pleasure, but they always lead to lasting pain. So, the next time you see a tortoise's rough shell, remember the lesson: be content, be honest, and share with others. If you enjoyed this African folktale and the lesson it carries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless stories from the heart of Africa. Who knows? The next tale might just change the way you see the world.